Hello everybody, my name is Michael Wheeler with Alaska Computer Support. I'm here today to talk a little bit about terminal services, cloud computing, and how remote access works. Okay, so let's start off with a little bit of the why. We use terminal services and terminal servers as a way to have a same working environment for a handful of different users that can access the exact same resource across the network. So in a computing standpoint, this makes it really nice and easy because what happens is the end users have their unique PCs that are theirs, but at any given time, if one of those PCs dies, we have to replace one, or we add another user to it, it's as simple as just resetting up the connection to the terminal server because that's where all the true processing power is happening, that's where the applications are stored, that's where all the data is stored that we're working with. Those end systems, a lot of times referred to as a dummy terminal, don't really have any functionality for us. But there's some confusion that comes up when you put people inside these environments. And why is because now they end up with two different desktops. And when I have two different desktops, I have two different set of settings for everything. I have screen resolution, I have font size settings, I have the views of my Explorer. And so what happens is the one that's on the terminal server is going to be unique to the terminal server, but it's also at the same time, a lot of those core settings are going to be shared across that whole entire terminal server platform. So in other words, I can't take and have really large icons for one user on a terminal server and have super small icons for somebody else on a terminal server. But on that dummy system, the dumb terminal, we can have whatever settings we want unique to those users. The other thing that we'll find a lot of times too is that if the users are going to utilize the system as a personal system, i.e. surfing music, watching videos, any of that media-rich experience, they're going to want to do it locally on their machine, not out on the terminal server. Typically, terminal servers are going to be there for an application as well as data share. So when we do connect to terminal servers, though, we do have the ability to bring printer resources back to us. So if I have a printer on my desk, I can print to that printer from my terminal session. So a couple other key things to keep in mind about with the terminal session when I'm using one is that across the top of the window is where I'm going to see that I'm actually in a terminal session. It's going to have the name of the terminal server that I'm on there, also give me an opportunity to minimize out of it. And so that's just some of the differences with desktop to terminal services when I'm using a terminal server. So that's our little tidbit for today. Thanks.